Hey, it's the Chubby Bartender Podcast with your host, Jason Gillum and Chad Reynolds. With a special guest each week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey, we're back. We got us a couple newbies. Ryan Hall, we've been trying to get you on this show now for a long time, and now you're Chad.
Well, yeah, I'm really glad to be here. I don't know about the comparison to Reynolds. Great dude, but yeah.
And you're drinking ski.
I'm drinking ski. Yeah, I'm letting him down already.
You're already failing, Chad.
I know.
That chair is strictly, just for drinkers, really.
Yeah, I can tell. It seems like it's down a little lower than it should be, too.
Well,
I think it's giving out
a lot of 12-ounce cans have went down in that chair. I'd hate to see how many pounds. But, hey, we got to thank some guys. Let's see. Anybody you want to start off first with? Do you know any of them?
I don't know any of them.
How about, I tell you what, I went biking today with our boys from over at AP Prep. They're killing it. They got Scioto Valley Cycle over there now. So look those guys up at sciotavalleycycle.com and actually look up AP Prep at apprep.info. If you've got a young kid, you would love it with Hudson.
Yeah.
Me and Gibson go over there every Monday, and I'll do the boxing, and he does the just the kid workout. So look those guys up if you've got a kid or even anybody. There's people of all ages doing that. So look those guys up at apprep.info. And if I keep biking, I'm going to get some lower life insurance rates at Gillum Insurance.
Hey, there's that.
There's that.
Yeah. You get that sweat going.
I get that sweat going. So give us a call, 740-395-0357, or shoot me an email at jason.gillum@american-national.com. And you know who my second option was other than you tonight?
Who's that?
Scott Fat Massey.
Oh,
Geiger Brothers
nice.
Construction.
Very
yes.
Nice.
The guys over at Geiger Brothers, they do it all. They erect buildings. I love saying that Scott erects stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure he likes to hear that, too. I'm sure it makes him feel good about his man self.
It does. Kayla, we're doing this for you, Kayla. We're doing this for you. But give the guys Geiger Brothers Construction, look them up at geigerbrothersconstruction.com or give them a call at 740-286-0800. And last but not least, do you have the McDonald's app? Do either one of you have the McDonald's app?
I don't.
Failures.
No.
That's what we call that in Chubbyville. Failures. You've got to get the app. You don't have it?
I don't have the app, no.
Oh my God. You get points. You get deals of the day. You never wait in line. They bring it right to your car.
Really?
Oh.
That does sound fantastic. I mean,
Card on file, double click that right button, use that right thumb, done.
I've been known to hit a McDonald's or two in my day.
I want a chubby spot. Okay, I want a chubby parking spot down there, man.
That would be. I mean, yeah. If you like the 250 plus club, if you could just have a spot just for them, because you know they're coming in.
Subscribers.
Yes. You know they're coming in. You're not just getting a value meal. You're obviously going to order the value meal plus. Mm-hmm. We can't just get one sandwich. There has to be at least two sandwiches and possibly a dessert when you add on.
They call them meals.
Yeah.
But somehow I always end up adding.
Yeah. The basket of fries for me is probably like the greatest thing that they've added to their menu.
I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they didn't do that before.
I don't know.
They should have always been baskets.
Yeah.
That's genius.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
So many fries.
So many fries. They don't fall down in the bag. They just fall down in the basket. You just keep eating them.
Exactly.
I love it. It's
and you
the
don't
best
mind sharing them.
No.
I can actually share those with Hudson. He actually gets a couple fries in that way.
He gets two.
2 or 3. Or I get 2 or 3. It just depends on who's got the bag.
I was going to say Gibson loves nuggets and fries. I got to say, that's that boy's number one meal. I probably didn't eat nothing but McDonald's hamburgers the first 10, 12 years of my life.
It doesn't show. You can't tell at all. Sorry, we do know that these burgers are made with the best possible ingredients, and they are healthy. But if you eat them 5 or 6 at a time, you don't get the same benefit. I don't think.
Remember when they used to have them quarter cheeseburger nights? Oh, man, you need to bring that back.
That'd be fantastic. We'll go, and if you get 2 spots for the chubby guys,
yeah,
we could have 5-minute increments. We just
Matter of fact,
to get there and
bring a grill out to that spot. Oh, that's what we would really need.
Yeah, that would be pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So, hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out all of our sponsor stuff. We gave you their websites. Go check them out. And, hey, tune in here. We got Leo Jude, right? Is that what it's called?
Leo Jude Soap Co. Yep.
Leo Jude Soap Co. Soap Company.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, hey, you have the girls. So, first of all, Tatum Campbell, right?
Taylor. You already messed it up.
I told you that earlier. Yeah. Taylor Campbell. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, you have the girls at my office building just going crazy over this soap. I got to know what it's all about here. So, that's why we wanted to bring you in. So, tell us about this soap journey. What caused this? So you just moved back to Jackson and boom, you've got a shop in town, right?
Right.
Right across the street.
I know. Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy. I'm like, what?
I saw your post and you were like, how did this happen? I've already got a shop. So
yeah.
So tell us about this soap.
Okay. Well, I've only been making soap since March 2020.
Okay. Year and a half.
Yeah, and then so I got on TikTok and I made soap with breast milk.
Interesting. All natural ingredients.
I actually brought you guys some. I brought you guys some beer soap and some breast milk soap. People always want to smell the breast milk soap. I don't know.
Do we?
I don't know. Are we
I don't know. Are we allowed?
Is that weird?
Yeah. Mindy?
People always ask if it smells like milk.
Can I text my wife and ask her if I'm allowed to smell your breast milk soap?
It's not mine.
Well, who else is it?
Does it come from an anonymous donor?
They're not anonymous. They just drop it off to me or I pick it up at their house. They're local. It's local, guys.
So it's like local honey. Your babies will have 0 J-tailed allergies.
Made here in Jackson County.
Yeah. Okay. So you started making breast milk soap.
Well, I didn't start with breast milk soap, but
TikTok.
That's what blew me up. I got like 3.5 million views on TikTok. So I'm like, that went crazy. And then I had the video right after that, like 2.5 million for the breast milk soap.
All on TikTok.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for any of that advertising?
No.
Did they pay you yet?
Yes.
They pay you.
TikTok does, yes.
TikTok does. When did you hit that level?
A while ago. Really? It's been a minute ago. Yeah, it's probably been 6 months.
They pay you every month?
7.
How does that work? Well, I'm not trying to be nosy.
It just sits in your, okay, so like when I hit the 3.5 million or whatever, I got paid like $40 a day for a few days. So they don't pay you that much. Normally I make like $1.50 or something every day. I don't check it that much, so it just sits in there basically.
Did they make you create an account? Like a bank, an account for TikTok?
I mean, you have your creator account. It's just like a regular, it's like
No, I'm saying it's for them to deposit money.
Yeah, your creator account.
Oh, okay. That's what it's called, a creator account.
Yeah, and you just transfer it to like your PayPal, Cash App, bank account, whatever.
Okay.
Whenever you feel like it.
You on TikTok?
I am on TikTok. I do like watching the TikToks.
I do too. As bad as I hate to admit it. Now, I'll go through spurts of it though. Like I don't use it like I went down a rabbit hole with that thing for a minute. And I mean, you just lay in bed. And just next thing you know, you've watched 4,000 30-second clips for like hours.
Yeah. I get locked on those ones that are like the cops, like people getting tased and stuff like that. I'm like, oh man, that's fantastic. Always wanted to get tased. Glad I haven't actually got tased.
We could arrange that. Can we film it?
I would let that happen.
Let's make a TikTok video with you getting tased.
Okay, I'm in. I will do this. I've always wanted to get. I don't know why. I just think it's hilarious on like the cop shows when these people just go flat out, and they just go flying across the room. Now I don't want to do that. I'd like to have a soft place to fall.
Safe place.
Yeah, safe place. I need a safe place.
So, started off with breast milk. Then we jumped to what?
I didn't start off with breast milk. I started with actually like melt and pour soap.
Is that the one that got the views?
What? No, I went to like a lot of farmers markets. I went to the farmers market over here around the corner. I did like some stuff in Chillicothe, some stuff in Galplis, just like random vendor shows. But I was doing like melt and pour soap. So it comes in like this big ass block of soap and it's already made. So you just chop it up and melt it and then you just add the scent and color. So I did that for like 6 months and then I was like, okay, I want my soap to be more natural. So I wanted like to control the ingredients that were going in it. I didn't want somebody else to actually make the soap. So that's when I switched to cold process in December. And then this girl, I was still breastfeeding at the time. She's like, can you please make me some breast milk soap? And then that's started it. And then it just rolled from there. So
what? I know nothing about this. So is all soap like a milk product or dairy?
No, all my soaps are vegan actually. That's why I didn't use like goat's milk. So everything is vegan. So I'm like breast milk, but people always argue with me on TikTok.
But if you're a vegan, wouldn't that make your breast milk vegan?
Okay, so people always argue with this on TikTok because they're like, okay, well, if it's milk, then it's not vegan because humans are animals and blah, blah, blah. But if you give the milk with consent, like I feel like that's vegan. And like babies who are vegan, like if you have a vegan baby, if it drinks breast milk, does that void the veganism?
How do you have a baby that's not a vegan? I mean, it ain't like they're chewing on a ribeye.
Probably not.
I mean,
I don't know.
Are you throwing your
live
kid
in the right spot.
steak cuts? I mean,
Well, people
wouldn't
switch to
Taco
cow's
Tuesdays.
milk, or if they do formula, it's cows. It's made from like cow's milk formula.
formula is like Similac?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So soap though, what's the milk do in the soap?
Okay, so when you add, you can do water, milk. I got some with beer. I brought you guys a sample. But milk makes like a creamier bar, and then you get all the benefits from milk in the bar.
To your skin.
Yes.
Okay. How? Okay. Now you gotta tell me about that. How does that work?
The benefits from the milk?
How does it go? I mean, does it just absorb into your skin? So, like, give me an example.
So like with the breast milk soaps, they're like really good for eczema, psoriasis, dry skin, rashes, things like that because of like the different properties of the milk. So when you put it on your skin, it's like, I guess it's like has a calming effect or something to like rashes and eczema. I don't know the exact terminology for it, but
Okay.
you know, I'm pretty new to soap making. So I'm like, but I guess your skin just absorbs it and does its thing. And then you also have like the oils and stuff. So you can put like, so how the process of making soap works is you'll have like your oils, your palm oil, olive oil, coconut oil, whatever oils you decide to put in there.
You decide.
Yeah, I can just
So
throw
you're
in
the
anything.
one. You're the one deciding all this. You've got a shop,
Yeah.
and you're saying, okay, I'm using palm oil today.
Right. You can put a mixture of a bunch of stuff. And then you have your either water, beer, milk, whatever. And then you mix that with lye, which is sodium hydroxide. So it causes a chemical reaction. And when you mix that solution in with the oils, it binds and turns into soap.
Okay.
And then you can add other stuff like fruit, oatmeal,
Flaxseed,
whatever the hell you want.
ginger root.
Yeah.
Well, you probably could. You could probably put anything in there you wanted to.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so are people doing so this isn't necessarily so like okay, give me the difference between what you're doing and like Irish Spring that keeps flies away.
There's probably a reason why it keeps flies away.
Okay, so Irish Spring uses like really cheap trash chemicals that are like and fragrance. Okay, so like the fragrances that I use in my soap are phthalate free, which phthalates are hormone disruptors actually. And they also, a lot of people get headaches from different scents because of phthalates. So all the fragrances in my soaps are either a clean fragrance or an essential oil. But Irish Springs uses a lot of, have you ever looked at a box of soap? Like you don't really
No.
know the chemicals that are in them. You
Yeah, there's a
can't
lot of
name
things you
them.
can't pronounce.
I don't, yeah.
Big words.
Big words.
Big words.
But I mean, if it'll cut the grease out of your fingers.
But it's also going to give you cancer in the long run or,
Well,
you know, weird diseases.
I don't disagree with. I mean,
And then you're never going to be able to prove it because they're like, who gets cancer from Irish Spring soap? They're going to blame it on something else.
there's some sort of I don't know about the rest of the world, I guess, but there's something that we've like some habit that mankind has picked up in the last 100 years is what the cancer. It has to be. I'm not a doctor at all, but I'm just you know what I mean. Like you know why do we have this huge cancer rate? Well, I mean it has to be something like eating. Like you know you'll see these farmers, and I mean I'm not banging on farmers here, but they'll go through and they'll spray a soybean field today, and tomorrow it's brown.
Right.
And then they'll plant soybeans in there next week or when, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, you just put something in there that's killing, it killed it immediately.
Right.
You know, now you're growing our food in there. I mean, no,
Yeah.
I get it. Hey guys, I'm sure there's some article out there saying it's safe or you wouldn't do it, but I don't know.
Like,
Interesting
who
to see
paid
the
for it?
emails or things you're going to get from that comment. Right there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just, but it's like that, or it's like it could be something like soap. I mean, what did they use for soap 100 years ago? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm sure that wasn't a big thing. People stunk.
I mean, they still used, they still did something similar to what I'm doing. They use probably like lye is like what you get, the black stuff from a fire, like the ash and soot or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly in a natural way they make that, but that's what it is. And they would mix it with animal fats. Instead of the oils that I use, they use animal fats and different types
That lye
of things.
could be a byproduct for some other company. You know, somebody's got to clean out their flues, or something, and has to disregard that somehow. That could be, So yours, where it absorbs through the skin, it already sounds more calming. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's all natural.
It's all natural stuff.
Yep.
So, like, how long? I guess because I mean, or do you use a lot of it? Like, is it real? Do you make a lot of suds? Is this like more of a? You just kind of got to trust it. Like, is it going to protect your stinking? Is it going to, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference? Is there any differences like that? Like, does it
After
sud
you
up?
use it? Okay, it's very sudsy. So it is sudsy because a lot of natural soaps don't have the bubbles and people don't like that. So it does have a lot of bubbles. And I feel like a lot of people who use the soap, after they use it, they always say they feel cleaner than with like regular soap.
What causes bubbles?
Castor oil is what I put in to make it bubbly. Beer also makes it bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you bathe in beer? Like, I'm just asking.
Beer has actually a lot of good properties, like
Knew it.
it's like antibacterial and like a bunch of like weird stuff. I don't know. I looked it up the other day, but it has a lot of different things that it will help you with your skin.
All right. So this beer soap. So give me, like, what's the healthy properties of beer?
Oh man.
What kind of beer are you using?
Okay, so let me talk about that. So I used Merc juice from Six Sense
All right.
because I wanted to keep it like local and be like really cool. So I used Merc juice. But
Does it smell like an IPA?
let me get
see
it
it.
out for you.
Let me see it.
It's very interesting. I was actually had a conversation last night at that Lake Alma, like they do the Halloween thing.
Here's a bag
Me
for
and a buddy
each
were
of you.
talking. Oh, thank you.
There's 4 different soaps in there. So we got the breastmilk soap. We have the
Mandy, she brought it to me.
mahogany soap. We got cedarwood, which that's made with beer, and we also have the sweet cardamom chai, and that's made with beer also.
That's what I have. I have the sweet cardamom. I thought he was going to eat it.
I
thought you fat ass.
I actually watched you. I watched the video on Facebook that you posted. It was
you did?
really cool.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying watching soap being made. I noticed.
Yeah.
It's really
Is it
cool.
really?
Yes. That smells amazing.
Okay, so do you sell? Is this a bar of soap or is this a sample?
That is okay. So like when you have a loaf of bread and it has like the 2 ends, that's the end.
That's an end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it good for you. You can just make samples out of them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So this is sweet
Cardamom and chai.
cardamom chai.
Yep.
What the hell is that? What's sweet cardamom?
That's a fragrance oil. So I just bought it already. It was already the scent.
Okay.
That one is what's it? That's cedarwood. That is an essential oil. So that one's gonna be like the all natural bars.
That smells really good.
This is cedarwood.
Cedarwood isn't for everyone. Some people think it's a little hippie, like it's a woodsier scent. Not everyone likes it.
Whenever people do those essential oils, what's that smell that you smell? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Patchouli.
Like, it's patchouli, yeah. Like, do you use that? Because, like,
I do have patchouli, and people keep asking me to make it.
Why
but-
do they want to smell like that,
I don't
dude?
know.
That's horrible.
That's like the only scent. I loved like different scents and
Yeah.
candles.
Yeah.
I smell that. I got to leave. Like, I don't care where. If I can smell it, I've got to
Super
walk
hippie.
away
and you
from
can
it.
tell when that person walks in the room. I love you
It's too
guys.
much.
It's too much.
Way too much.
You're killing the room.
Absolutely. Like, I
wish you'd
smells and
stop.
perfumes, but that's the one that no.
Stick
some
it on
bug
like
spray on or
your like the small of your back or something that we don't have to smell. But if it's like up in here, like nose level passing,
Yeah.
I'm fired up about this. My wife's gonna be so happy when I get home.
Mahogany. That one's really nice.
I always see
Mahogany.
these things on. I won't name the company because I don't know the company, but on TikTok, you always
good.
see like these different soaps and
You're
they're
into
advertising
TikTok.
them, and
Yeah.
you know,
You're into TikTok.
I do like the TikTok. It's a great way to just lose an hour of your life. You just hop on, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, now an hour later, you know,
Yeah.
start at daylight. Next thing you know, it's midnight. Oh, I like that one.
I
a
do
lot.
too. I like the mahogany a lot.
Yeah.
That's a man smell right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
That one's
could
good.
see Mindy just climbing me like a jungle gym after all.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Can't you?
No, I'm trying not to see that, actually. That's a picture I really don't want in my mind.
Those ones, the breast milk ones are
Oh, this is
unscented.
it?
Yeah, that's the breast milk.
I don't even want to. I'm dirty if I smell it.
It has oatmeal in it, but it's unscented. So
You ought to like start playing jokes on people and just stand outside and say, "Hey, free COVID test. This smells like apple." I was with somebody the other day and I said, "You smell that?" They said, "I ain't been able to smell that in 2 or 3 days." And I looked at it and he was like,
Oh, I like that. That smells good. It does. That's the breast milk one.
I know. I didn't really.
which one did you get? Let me see.
I didn't stick it up my face like you just did. Does he know this girl?
That one's unscented too.
Yeah. Well, mine had some kind of scent. Maybe it's just
The oatmeal, maybe. Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
it's the oils, but it doesn't smell like milk, right?
I mean, I don't know that I've ever buried my nose in a bottle of milk. I mean, maybe I have if it's spoiled.
Oh, I have I can't drink milk without like sticking my nose in that. I mean,
Really?
you drink sour milk one time and you won't do it again.
I don't drink. I used to drink milk for heartburn, and then I think that the milk was causing the heartburn. I think I don't do well with dairy anymore. The older I've gotten, I don't know. So I'm still hung up on what this milk does. It's like milk of magnesia. Mm-hmm. That's like a topical, right?
Yes.
Do you drink? You don't drink that. You put that on there. I used to get real bad dry skin where I'm fair complected. Mm-hmm. That's what I got to watch, man. Like stuff eats me up. Being a ginger, fat gingers having no sensitive skin.
So that brings up a good point. So you have fair skin. So in the winter, because I know
I dry out
too.
bad,
I do too.
man.
I have to use tons of lotion like every day. Like
So will this like cover you in like an oil kind of? Like will this kind of maybe give you?
It is
oil?
moisturizing. Yes.
You don't look oily. And I'm sure you use this, but,
Right.
But your skin does look like I can tell she uses it like a something. Can't you?
Yes.
Not to be weird, but I'm just they're like no. I mean, you can tell like you have really like good skin. It's like it's from probably
it's a
using
little
this.
bit rough right now. Pregnancy ain't being nice to me.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
don't judge it on today. I didn't know we was recording our faces.
you didn't. What'd you think
I
it
wore
was?
my pumpkin shirt. I wore this to a birthday party.
I noticed that in a minute. I didn't want to say anything. That's actually really funny.
I did. I wore it to a kid's birthday party. I didn't know we was recording. I'm like,
Well,
That's fantastic.
that's great. That'll be our new thing, pumpkin tits.
breast milk soap
Breast
and
milk.
pumpkin tits.
Yeah, we've been on tits now ever since this thing started. We didn't mean to. We didn't mean to at all. So I mean, the girls at the office, they talk about this stuff all the time. They all came up here not too long ago and caught your or went in there and they all come back with bags.
Yeah.
So like, I guess here's another question. How are these I use one of them I don't know what they're called, loofahs? No, is that what they're, just them little
loofahs.
dollar balls thing you get. Is that what you're supposed to use this with, or like what are you supposed to?
You can use it as, I just run mine on me, but I also have, you can just use it directly, but I have a girl who's like local and she crochets like little cute, like hemp yarn things.
Okay.
And then
Wash
I
rags?
also have, what?
Wash rags?
They're like little circle.
Is that what they're supposed to be though? Like a wash rag?
Yeah. And then I have another girl who does loofahs, but she grows them. I don't know if you guys know that. Like loofah is actually a gourd. Mm-hmm. So she grows it. It looks like zucchinis. She dries it out and then knocks like that outer shell off. And then it just leaves you with that like sponge thing. So I have like natural loofahs.
This was local?
Brio Grande. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you know loofahs were real?
Actually, yeah, I saw that on
TikTok.
Jesus, Pete.
It's amazing the things you can learn on there. Conspiracy theories, all kinds of crap. It's fantastic.
Well, I had no idea that he was going to come in here and say just that TikTok. Power of knowledge.
I know.
Educated.
It's amazing what you can get in a couple
So
hours.
did you incorporate your TikTok into like your, whenever you started this? I mean, you about had to. What I mean by that is, are you like scheduling time to do TikToks? Did you buy video equipment? Did you?
No, it was just me in my kitchen with my phone. I did like commit to being like, I'm going to make 3 videos a day. So because I seen that was like, oh, it'll bust your views up, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, here, I'm going to just do this 3 times a day. And I was making soap out of my house then. So that's what I did. And then
were you just filming yourself doing it? Did you edit it? Did you?
I mean, just the TikTok editing app, but I'm not doing no special cameras, no nothing.
No audio.
Nothing. It's just me.
There's there's people that do.
Yeah. Nope. It's just me and my iPhone.
Huh. Well, but these iPhones are incredible devices, though, too. I mean, you see some of these guys, and you're like, man, what'd you film that with? They're like, iPhone Pro.
Yeah.
Shit, you're good with your thumb, dude. How'd you do that?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. So, okay, so then you start doing that in March. Where were you selling them at?
So I started on Facebook, and then I moved up to farmers markets every Sunday, and then local vendor shows, and then I got on TikTok and made my website and just started selling them off my website. It kind of just snowballed like super fast, and I was like, okay, this is what we're doing now. I was like, soap. It's never my dream to make soap. It just kind of happened. I was like, okay, well, this is what we're doing.
So, do you have a lot of customers though that buy it? Do you tell? I mean, obviously you're telling us, but do you tell people about how it's like good for eczema? I know people that can't find anything that, like, that's a bitch, dude. Whenever you get, what's that stuff? It's not psoriasis. Is it psoriasis? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
I used to get that on my elbows, or I used to get it on my calves, and it was from where leather, like my cowboy boots, had rubbed my leg, and I mean, dude, it would almost eat it down to like just raw flesh, like it. But it's my skin, man. Yeah. And I mean, so I've kind of fought this soap thing, seeing which ones do good.
Yeah.
But because like in the wintertime, I just get completely. So what would you recommend a fair complected ginger to fight himself off in the wintertime from getting just
the breast milk soap? The breast milk soap is the best. Yeah. It's the best, I'm telling you.
It's the best.
Yeah, it has really good reviews, like really good. So
how do you know what this person's been doing? How do you know like if it's breast milk from local people? How do you know? Do they tell you like, here's my diet? Do they tell you? How do you what do you know?
Would I get the breast milk? Mm-hmm. Well, I asked them like a series of questions, like were you doing drugs when you was pumping your breast milk, or like were you taking medications, or do you have any like weird underlying diseases I should know about?
You asked them this?
Yeah, before they donate. Good. Yeah, because I'm like, my brand is like built on natural stuff. So if you're not healthy, I ask them like, is your diet, people aren't vegans here really. So I'm like, I obviously can't get vegan milk from around here. But I do ask them if they eat healthy and things like that. So, and then it's actually okay if the milk is expired. So it's like not letting the milk go to waste. Because I mean, breast milk is like really valuable. They call it like liquid gold. It has like all kinds of great properties. And then if it can't go to a baby, what's it going to go for? It's just sitting in your fridge, and you pumped all this milk for what?
Man, we had Gibson. We fought that bad. We fought like, so Mindy started off, or with the doctor's office, whatever, they started off like doing some sort of formula. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, it's been so long for us now. How old's your child? You have one?
2, yeah.
2. So I'm sure you remember this. Remember, like, they wouldn't take the milk. Like, Gibson's, he wouldn't take it in the beginning. Like, or they'd do something. And I got mad one day because, like, he would go from 5 cc's to, like, 7. And I'm like, he can't even take 5, And he was like, well, sir, what we're trying to do is make his stomach, and I was so pissed. But, so anyway, we ended up fighting all that, like, what do you call it? Formula.
Yeah.
So we kept trying different formulas. We had the regular formula, then we went to soy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we ended up Mindy had to pump. Yeah. That was what he took to, and that was I'm not saying it got to a matter of like life and death, but the nurses came in just like, hey, we really think you should consider doing this because he's not taking the formula.
Right.
It's just not agreeing with him. So I'm sure your skin would be the same way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, breast milk's good. They tell you as like when you go to the pediatrician, if your kid gets an ear infection, to squirt milk in his ear. If he has a runny nose, you can squirt tip milk up his nose. Or if you have rashes, diaper rash, you can put it on your baby's diaper rash. I mean, they tell you that, the pediatrician does. So, I mean,
I have to ask this.
Yeah. So it's good for really everything.
Everything.
It's very cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you have anything that like goes with the seasons? Like, you know how they say like local honey and you get less allergies. Do you have anything that's like, because it's really bad. I mean, I'm sure there's something that's bad here in Ohio. I don't know what it is.
What's
Stink bugs right now, yeah.
Yeah, stink bugs. Well, yeah, I would say just any seasons change are pretty rough, especially with all the pollen and everything else.
Have you dove into that at all?
No, I have no
Yeah,
idea.
you're pretty new. I mean, you will, maybe. I'm not saying you will, but I mean, you know, you're just kind of getting started.
Yeah.
How long's your shop been open?
Since September 1st.
September. Oh, yeah. Did you do good during Apple Festival?
Not as good as I thought, but I always over exaggerate things in my head. Like the first week I opened, I was like waiting for a club line around the block, and I was like, "Where are the people at?" Like, you know, I was expecting it to be like a bar and people like fighting over the soaps and being sold out. And I was like, "Where the fuck is everyone at?" Like, this is slow. It feels like so much like a job, and I'm like, God, I'm so bored all day.
Right.
I'm like, it's cool. I'm like, the shop is cool, but I'm bored. I'm like, it's boring in there. I need like more people. Maybe your podcast will bring in people.
It would have to be just a totally different atmosphere than like the farmer's market or something like that, because farmer's market, you're just out there and there's so much activity.
Always
anyway.
talking. You're set up.
Right.
There's nothing to do.
But in a storefront, I mean, now you've become a destination. So,
Yeah.
Why did you do
coming just to-
storefront?
I don't, I had like a wild hair in my ass and seen a sign in the window, was like, oh, let me call this. And then it was like kind of in my price range. So I went in there and I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting a store now. I don't know.
Do you
It
like
just
having a
fell in
storefront?
my lap. Yeah, I do. It's cool. Yeah.
Because you went from online, which a lot of people are shifting, less storefronts, more online. You're kind of...
Well, it's not that I actually like needed the store. You know what I'm saying? I needed the space to create and get everything out of my apartment.
And might as well sell it there.
So I was like, okay, well, let's make a cute storefront. And then, like, you know, Jackson doesn't have that many cute stores around here. They're like not vibey. So I'm like, let's make this place a little vibier.
And I had Chill Coffee last night. They're doing a good job with that. Everyone's painting them.
Yeah.
They really are. It could happen down here.
Oh, yeah.
It
I think
could.
Jackson's come a long way in the last 5-6 years.
It's coming.
I mean, before there was just so many empty buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're being refurbished and rehabbed. And I mean, everything looks great. I mean, your building looks great. I mean,
Thank
not
you.
that long ago, I mean, that didn't look so good.
Yeah,
A lot of these
less
places
than less than 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Justin, did Justin paint that, or was that that building? Justin was in there for you. Justin Fife. He had Tasty Days of Old.
Oh, did he painted the Steeler colors
I
or
don't-
whatever,
I don't
the
know.
yellow green? I don't know what that was,
I don't know
but
if
I
he
was like,
did
that's
that.
gotta go.
He
They
sold-
did do that. The Tasty Days of Old
Did
people
they?
did that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would have went with those colors, but all right, it works.
Well, he was selling like import chocolates.
Yeah,
And
that was cool. I went
It
in
was
there.
cool. Yeah. Did you ever go in there?
No, I didn't even know this place existed. Now that you're saying this, I'm like, I missed a place that sold.
He was
candies.
open for about a year. Actually, he moved to Florida is the only reason he shut down. But I mean, he had a nice little business over there, and his chocolates were like, you could go in there, Pie, and you could buy a gummy the size of a turkey leg drumstick, and it was like root beer flavored. And it was a fat kid paradise.
I
I mean, I loved it. Loved it. Yeah, me and Gibson go in there all the time and get candies and stuff. But he left and went to Florida, and you came right after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came. You was right there after. I figured you'd done well during the Apple Festival, but that was.
I mean, I'm not saying I did bad. I'm just not. I over exaggerated it, thinking it was going to be way bigger than it was. Yeah.
Well, the Apple Festival up until Friday and Saturday was pretty low.
Yeah. Well, I had COVID. I got COVID, so I got out of quarantine that Wednesday. So I opened only Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah. What are your hours now?
Wednesday through Saturday. Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and then Saturday, 12 to 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to juggle, like the retail hours. and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
We're just finding people. I mean, do you have anyone working for you? Or is it just you right now?
Well, I have one girl working during the day to help me make soap, but as far as like running the store, I basically do that by myself. Yeah.
that's tough, man. That's a tough, especially like, you know, are you just open in the evenings? You know, are you going to get everybody in the evenings? Are you going to get who's around? You know, 10 to 5. Mm-hmm. You know, that's. COVID made my business just go primarily online. You're probably the same way.
Yep.
I'm not sitting down I'm sitting down with some, but not a lot of customers.
Yeah, it's not as much face to face as it
No,
used to be.
and they're perfectly cool with that.
Yeah.
emails and texts, where yours was online TikTok. You still doing the TikTok stuff
Oh yeah.
How many followers do you have now?
I think 103,000.
Huh, that's crazy, man.
I just tried the other day, and I think I'm up to like 6 followers.
6
Yeah.
Yes, I got 6 followers.
Do you have any posts? Then they go by likes. How many likes do you have?
I don't know. Let me see.
What else, are you on Insta? I'm sure you're on Instagram, Facebook.
I don't really do Instagram that much. I do have one, but
I like Instagram better than I do Facebook.
I'm at 2.4 million likes.
2.4 million likes.
Yeah.
Wow. And I tell you, somebody else that got big into this was Taylor.
I love Taylor Folden. Yeah.
R&R.
Well, she kind of inspired me to do TikTok, and then I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I think it's great how all these. I mean, you're finding your passions to do and doing. I mean, we have a soap business in Jackson.
It's very cool.
That's very cool. I mean, and are you getting? You say like 90 all of your product. How much percentage would you say your product comes from local, down to even like this paper?
Oh well, not the paper. Like the soap and stuff, I'm making, but it's not local oils and stuff. But the I have like 10 vendors in here. Who do anything from crochet to candles, t-shirts, salves. I have the girl who does the loofahs. So
how much is one of these loofahs that's grown out of a garden?
$8, $7.99.
That doesn't seem that bad.
No, I was expecting like $65.
I was too. I was expecting
For a
to pay
loofah?
more.
Yeah.
Well, you go to Walmart now and you buy just a little loofahs that last, it seems like a week, and they're gross.
Are we calling a loofah the same thing?
I think so. The little spongy thing.
Yeah,
It's got
they
the little rope that you hang.
hang.
Yes,
Yeah,
that.
and guys will use this same one for like 4 years.
Yeah.
I wait till it
Girls do
completely
it to
comes
the washing
unthreaded.
machine.
And I tell Mindy, like, hey, next time you're at the store, I'm like, grab me a new one of them wash ball things. And she'll say, there's 40 underneath the sink in a bag. And I'm like, so why have I been using this one for 3 years? This thing's come unthreaded.
I thought that's how you knew when you needed a new one.
Starts off like a baseball, ends up the size of a pumpkin.
Just get more coverage that way.
Yeah, that's the way I looked at it. I can really lather up and just slap it around the sides. So you're calling that a loofah?
Yeah. So those at Walmart, if
She's
you get like a
calling
decent one, it's $250.
She's
for this
calling a
crap,
loofah.
and you get an all natural one for $8.
You're calling a loofah that back
well, so
scratch
there's
thing,
like
right?
the long, yeah. Well, I guess they're both called loofahs. The gourd one is like, it's like long and round. The thing that you're talking about, I have a girl who's crocheting them out of hemp yarn, actually.
Oh,
so
How
that
much is one of those?
I don't know yet.
That
I
sounds
haven't got
awesome.
them yet. She's making them right now. So
Where'd she get her hemp?
it's hemp yarn. So she crochets. Layla Wells. Well, it's not Wells anymore. But she has a crochet business online and over here in town. So she crochets a lot of cool stuff.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it so? It's hemp yarn. Is that like? Is it 100% hemp? Hemp's like crazy.
Yeah.
The stuff that they're doing with hemp is insane.
Yeah. Well, I try to avoid plastic altogether for like my whole business. I don't use any type of plastic, not with my packaging,
Did you know? I don't know where I saw this. It may have even been somebody like Joe Rogan or somebody, but they used hemp as the first fenders whenever they were building cars. They used hemp to make the fenders.
Really?
Yeah. And they had a video of them hitting it and how durable it was. And the clothing aspect of it. Now, the one guy that was he was on the moon, and he said the number one fabric on the moon, whenever they were up there, like he could go work out, like they make, whenever you go into space, they make you work out X amount of hours a day to keep your heart rate, keep your muscles strength. They've got like this special thing. Otherwise, because these guys were up there for like 200 days.
Right.
And he said, so he would go work out, make this huge sweat. And if he was wearing 100% wool, that thing never stunk. Like it would just absorb it, and then it just where if he wore like the Under Armour thermal stuff, he stunk like hell.
Yeah. Like a locker room.
Like a locker room, yeah. So I mean, your stuff. I mean, does it put off a good? I know it does because I smell it. But like how long does that linger around on somebody after they wash up? I mean,
Well, I guess it would depend on the person and their skin, what you're doing. If you're sitting on the couch, it probably would last a while.
great point.
I'm going to time it tonight. I'm going to sit on the couch for 3 hours.
Well, you don't want that patchouli. You come in there like that patchouli. Too hot.
Yeah.
Too hot.
Can't do it.
It's too much. I can't wait to show these to my wife. She's going to be fired up about this.
Yeah.
Huh. What else are you planning on doing with Leo Jude Soap?
I never know what I'm doing. It's just like I wake up and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna do some things today. I got some Christmas scents. I'm gonna do like the high top soaps. So they look
What's that?
So instead of being square, they have like a icing cake top. They look like cupcakes basically.
Well, that's cool. So the one that you did, because I just saw you cut this on the Facebook post. It's the beer one.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about?
I didn't even know he had social media.
I do. I got the Facebook. I don't post
Turns
or
out
anything.
he's a closet freak.
Oh, I got the Facebook. I get on there and I watch the TikToks. I mean, yeah. No, Instagram, never been on it. Twitter, never been on it.
I like Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't tweet much.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I saw where you made like the beer one, and and I saw you like take the spoon and like raise the
those
stuff
ones are
up. That
low
was super
tops.
cool.
Those are
Okay.
still low top. The icing ones you do like a piping bag and then you like pipe it on there like a cupcake and like stack it. So they're really cool. They're really pretty. So all the Christmas ones are going to be those ones.
So it'll look like a cupcake whenever just for a time or two, and then it'll look like a
Well, yeah.
fat kid cupcake.
Yeah.
Somebody lick the icing.
Yeah.
Now, one I did see that I thought was super cool. There's two of them. You did the one was the fall one that you did. that
That's
had
the cedar
leaves
wood.
on
That's
it.
the one you got. Yeah.
That looked really cool. And then there's one that had blueberries.
Oh my God. I love that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked really cool. Like actually, there's like little blueberries, and those are wax. Not wax, but soap as well.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like they have like little blueberries, and the other one had like little leaves, and
Yeah.
really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those businesses that you hear people talking about your business a lot. A lot.
everybody wants to smell. Well, most people want to smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most. Most.
Yeah.
I mean, the girls in the office, they were plumb excited about it. And my wife, she's been wanting to try it. I don't think she's been able to get up there, but I didn't know that you had, what's your online store? Is it like Etsy, or is it like you got your own website?
I have a Shopify. It's leojudesoapco.com.
Shopify, leojudesoapco.com.
Yeah, it's just www.leojudesoapco.com.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do they monitor all that for you and see how much traffic you're getting?
Shopify, yeah, it's actually, I have my POS system in the store with Shopify too, so it's all converted together. It was really nice.
There's a lot of tools in there like to do that.
Yeah.
Square's good. Square will have you a website. I used that for a while.
I mean, I just started with Shopify, so I was like, we're
Sure.
already here, so
Whatever
let's
you're
just do it.
comfortable
But everyone said Square was really nice. I just was already using Shopify, so.
Yeah, and I think all the exchange rates now are all about the same in terms
Yeah.
of the fees they charge, and just
Then it's a matter of who's better at customer service.
Right.
Because I'd say it's hard for you to work without internet. You probably can't ring anybody up, can you?
I have internet, so
Well-
I've never not had internet.
Well,
Does
but-
that happen? Do people not have internet?
Yeah.
You guys have issues with your internet?
Well, I'm
Oh.
saying like if the power would go out at the store, like, or you fry a machine, if a machine goes down on you. You
Well,
know,
I'm just gonna turn the lights up and go home.
you're not worried about yeah.
I
Yeah.
normally leave there at like I'm open till 5, but I'm like, well, it's 4:30. I guess I'll just go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
good idea.
That is one thing they did say that they had to go at lunch.
Yeah.
They were like, we got to go at lunch because after 5 it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to be open till 5, but around 4:30, I get lazy. I'm like, well, I am the owner. I'll see you guys
You can do
later.
that.
Who let me run the shop?
What do you think of parking up here?
Parking sucks,
I've always
especially during the day.
I've always thought they should buy like one of those real bad ones and just tear it down, build a parking garage for
Yeah.
everybody up here.
Yeah.
People would
Good
use
idea.
it. At least for if you're going to work up here, you can park in the garage.
Yeah, and the more things that they put up here, and the more buildings that they're
Yeah.
redoing, you're going to
Yeah.
need more. There's just not enough parking.
If you come up here during the day, man, you might have to park down at Andrea's or up at Michael's. I mean, not that that's a far walk, but I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if they do come up here to see you, they're going to have to understand that
Parking sucks.
parking sucks.
I try to not park in front of the store, so there's like space for the customer.
You
So I
could-
tried to park it in front of somebody else's store.
I'm sure they're returning the favor.
yeah, I'm sure they do. And it's the same cars. The parking spots up here are the same people about every day. I don't know. What else is going on? Nothing?
Well, I did see something, if you could talk on this, because I thought it was very interesting. It's a very good idea. That you're doing like a soap of the month. Like you have like a soap of the month club.
Yeah, I just started the Soap of the Month club.
That looks really cool because it's something you could sign. It's probably something you get as a gift for Mindy, something like that.
All the man soaps do that. They all have like a thing that you sign up and what is it, Harry?
Dr. Squash.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking. That's they're all over TikTok.
Everyone
all
always
over.
tags me, and then I'm like, stop tagging me in this. And like their commercials are so cheesy.
They
like
are,
they're
but-
so corny.
I got to be honest. I looked on Amazon like 2 seconds after watching. I'm like, I got to find out what this is about. I'm going
Yeah.
to try this soap, and I saw the price. I'm like, I am not trying this soap just yet. I need to so that's where a storefront for me, because I am a complete tight ass. Where that comes in for me is I want to go into your store and be able to smell the soap that I'm going to be putting on me,
Right.
as opposed to just hoping it smells good when it
Will
gets
you
in the
mail
mail.
these to people?
Yes.
These samples?
Yes.
You'll say, yeah. That'd be a good way to do that too.
Normally, I end up giving the ends away as like gifts, though. Like I have a problem. I just I'm like, here, try this soap, because I know once people try it, they like it.
So what do you sell your bars in? Like, are they by weight or size or?
I cut them all the same size. They're like 1 inch size bars. They're normally around 5 ounces. The high tops are around 7 ounces. But for the essential oils, they're $12 a bar, and for the fragrance oil ones, they are $11 a bar.
So how long will that last?
A month.
Month? Depends on, I mean, obviously it depends on who's bathing.
Yeah.
Right.
How often and how much?
And the size of that body. You know? I'm guessing me and Chad go through a lot more soap than your average. First.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm guilty as charged, but we always just buy the pump Suave or
Oh yeah. I'm a Suave guy.
Yeah.
But again, in the summer, it's fine. I don't get dry skin. I don't have to put lotion on. But like right now, like it's been cold the last couple of days. It's time to lotion up.
I'm going to try this.
I'm absolutely.
And
trying
if this
it.
works
Tonight-
on my dry skin, because it's already here that time of year, so you'll be able to tell
Oh yeah,
pretty quick. And if that helps, that's what I'm doing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I have fought skin stuff all my life. All my life, I've been that guy. Like if I get a bite, it ain't just a little bite. It thing turns into it's just awful. It's there's nothing worse. Fair complexion is bad.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to fight. It's all. And my
I'll take your
son,
word for it.
my son is albino. Basically, you can read his veins at 30 yards. I married a redhead. My wife,
okay.
yeah, so it's super ginger town at my house. So we have the recipe for albino. It's 2 gingers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's truth. Yeah, truth. But and freckles. We have lots of freckles.
How many things of sunscreen you think you go through a summer?
I mean, it's so bad anymore. Like, if you've noticed, like 2 out of the last 3 vacations, one of them was to Alaska in July. Mm-hmm. That's where we head.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, I told my wife last year, I said, why are you doing this to the family? I said, you're wanting to go to Destin in July. I was like, we don't move towards the equator in the summer.
Maybe in the winter, maybe. You hit that
Wintertime,
place.
I'm all over it.
Yeah.
I'm all over it. Give me some vitamin D, little regroup there. But I mean, we literally walked to the beach from the car one time, and that was the only time that I wasn't in the shade. Like I took an easy up thing, got my ass just scorched walking from the car to the beach. And I'm like, why would you do this to us? Like, you can't be happy. Nobody's happy.
No.
It's so hot.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
All those people everywhere. Yeah, I mean, the water, the sharks. I'm like, what? No.
See, I like it, but again, maybe if I was fair skinned and burned really easy, I mean, I have to use the sunscreen still.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's just so bad because if you miss a spot. I mean, we have those SPF shirts now that we wear. That's how bad it is.
You got the hat and the whole.
Oh, hell yes, I do. I'm that guy, bud. White nose.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
1980s lifeguard style.
Yeah. And then like it never fails, like the tops of your feet will just get their ass sizzled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I've never had that happen.
Well,
so
you're not a ginger. Hey, you guys tan. Your dad's he's dark complected too. He tans he always gets real dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there in it every day. I've just turned into a soft ass. Wrong detergent breaks me out. That's what kind of sissy I am.
You try some shirts on at the store and you have to go home and take a shower.
Just get
It all broke out.
You should see it when I had chicken pox when I was a kid. Oh Lord, it was awful. It looked like somebody stood back with a paintball gun, just peppered me.
Now, is you're the picture in Wikipedia when you pull that up?
Oh, I could be that guy. Yeah, I could be that guy.
Worst case ever.
Yeah. Huh. What else going on with Leo Jude? Anything else we need to cover? Specials you want? Where can they find you?
They can find me in my store.
What's that address?
It's 235 Broadway Street.
235 or two? Yeah. Right across
Or
the
they
street
can
from us.
find me on TikTok. It's Leo Jude Soap Co. They can find me on my website, leojudesoapco.com.
Order it right there.
Or Facebook or
Just
wherever.
ship it right to them.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I've shipped to 8 different countries actually.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Lithuania. I didn't even know that was a country until I shipped soap
They
there.
ordered all that from TikTok.
Yeah. It's crazy. So
You can sit back and you can say that shit don't matter all you want to. Like I know people that like are hard stance newspaper, that type of thing, or and I'm like, hey, I mean, you just started a business off of a TikTok post.
yeah.
Well, who wants to read the news anymore? You go on to read the news, you get depressed immediately.
Oh.
You go and watch the TikTok, you're laughing,
Yeah.
you're having a good time.
Why read it whenever they'll tell it to you?
Yeah.
Right there.
Exactly.
Right there.
Yeah, and you don't know if it's true or not anyway because the media posts whatever they want.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
might as well have some
It's
entertainment out
awful.
of
It is.
really
It's so
awful.
bad right now.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I that's why I don't like to do it. That's why I don't like to get on there. Now TikTok's not really like that though. Like TikTok kind of is. It can be if you don't want to watch it, just don't follow it.
Right.
Right.
And everyone's TikToks are so different. It's like catered to you. I'm
very weird.
I'm not on Taser TikTok. I'm not on that side.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about. Never been on Taser TikTok.
Yeah. That wouldn't be. She wouldn't be suggested on you.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Matter of fact, were they ever? That's weird. What were you watching? It was coming your way, partner.
Well, I don't know. I just get all the soap stuff.
Well, I'd say
Just like that
I've seen you.
Sasquatch or whatever, just guy
Yeah.
stuff. Or
I've seen you on there before. I bet it's an area code thing.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, local.
Yeah,
I
they're
get
on-
all the Henderson stuff, and
Yeah.
I see all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny when the Apple Festival was going on. I had all these like little 12-year-olds come in, and the one girl's like, "I've never met a TikToker." I was like, "Jesus, I'm not Justin Bieber. Like, do you want a piece of free soap?" Like,
Around here, you
Well,
might.
what's the difference though? I mean, if you got you had 3.5 million views. I mean, there's professionals that like musicians that don't have that many views on their videos.
yeah,
Especially not that many followers. You have a lot of followers. Over
Yeah.
100,000 followers. I mean,
yeah.
Do you have YouTube? Do you do YouTube stuff?
I don't do YouTube. No.
Do you use YouTube?
I used to, but I don't. Not with my soap. I don't really watch it. I got a toddler. He's only lets me do. We got a TikTok. We got 5 seconds.
yeah.
That's where it's going to. Man, if I see a video and if it's over 3 minutes, I typically don't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anything else from Leo Jude and your TikTok? Okay. Follow it. TikTok, Leo Jude. Facebook, Leo Jude Soap Co.
Yes, Leo
all right.
Jude Soap Co. for everything.
Anything you want to say, bud?
I would like to be able to report back on these soaps.
Okay, you want to be a fill-in for
in
Chad
due time.
again?
Oh, absolutely. This is a blast.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's pretty
especially-
easy.
Yeah. If we're talking about soaps and things I like, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Is this your first podcast?
That's why I said I did a podcast once, like a really long time ago, and then this is like my. It wasn't this official though. This is
I mean, this
super
is super
official. Like we got the
formal,
beer light and the microphones. I was like, okay.
Someone made a sign. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
John Daniels made
Yeah,
us a sign.
super
these
official.
umbrellas
So,
with lights.
Yeah.
It's like being in a mini photo shoot
Yeah.
at the same time.
so technically my first, but kind of my second.
Well, this will be on. We do a lot on YouTube. Well, everything goes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. So like we had one time that it went nuts in Yugoslavia
Oh,
on Spotify,
that's cool.
and they sent us the report on that. So it's that the TikToks, the YouTube, the Facebook. I mean, Facebook I think is more local.
Yeah.
Seems to be. You know.
Yeah.
Your Instagram, it's not. It'll show you a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can get into those markets way easier now than what you used to be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you said 8 different countries. What's the farthest?
The farthest? I mean, I would have to know geography to tell you.
Lithuania's pretty far away.
Lithuania's
Australia. I mean, there's Lithuania, Australia, Saudi Arabia. Man, I don't know. Canada is pretty close, but I can't remember the others.
Shipping and
it's like $40 shipping. I get a lot of people from the UK, a lot of people over there. But yeah.
They'll pay it.
Yeah, and I'm like $40 for shipping. That's insane. But the breast milk soap, they love it.
It must be some pretty good soap.
When I posted the last breast milk soap one, I had a lady buy all 16 bars. Like all the bars I had, she completely, and I was like, did I not put this in? And just one person bought all of them. So it's like, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I do have a question. I should have asked this earlier. How long does it take you from start to finish? If you say, I'm going to make a batch of this breast milk soap, start to finish, or any kind of soap.
Talking up like pie.
How long does it take you to start to finish to make, 16 bars of soap? Is that what you get out of one mold?
You get 9 bars out of one mold, but the whole process of making it probably takes 10 minutes, but then you have to let it cure for over a month, and then you cut it and then bevel the edges and then all that, and then but
over
a
month.
Yeah, it's like 4 weeks. Some of them, if I use shea butter instead of palm, 6 weeks. So it sits for 6 weeks until.
So it's like whiskey. I mean, and whiskey got set for
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but still, so you have to store that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Huh.
And could you just store it in cool, dark place, or does it have to be like?
I just sit them on the top shelf at the store, and I'm like, these ones are not for sale.
Okay, so you don't have to cure them a special way or anything. They just have to sit.
They just need some time.
Do they get better with time? Could you sell 14-year soap, breast milk, aged tit juice, 14-year?
2021 was a good year for soap.
Yeah. You got some boob juice coming at you from 1987. Never seen light.
Oh, that's great.
Do you think it would? Could you do that though?
The bars would shrink and get smaller, and they would lose their scent if they had one, but they would still be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could still use it 20 years from now.
Do you sell those loofahs over there?
I do, yeah.
Oh, I got to get on that. How big is this
buy
loofah?
a bar of whatever one of these.
I like that mahogany.
Yeah.
So how big are these loofahs?
Well, I mean, they're gourds and they grow in a garden, so various sizes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How long will that? I know it depends on the person, but do you eat through those one pretty quick? Do they dissolve? Do they shred? How do they?
No, they hold up. And normally, she told me, which I haven't used mine that long, but she told me 6 months. And she was like, if it starts to get soft or like a little icky looking, just throw it out. And you can literally toss it in the backyard because it's biodegradable. It's a gourd. So
that's really cool.
Super, super eco-friendly and sustainable.
She doesn't put it on on like a piece of wood or anything. You're just literally getting a
that middle, yeah. When it's dried out, it's a little bit rough. They have the smaller ones are a little bit softer on your skin, but I was like, I need the big one. Right. And it's pretty rough. I was like, damn, this is scratchy.
Exfoliating everything all at once.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So I would go with the smaller one, especially with your fair skin.
You're staring at me like I'm a leper, especially with that shit you got going on.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I get lotion too, Pat.
Yeah, do you sell lotions over Savs, you said?
I sell lotion bars. So they eliminate the plastic waste because they come in a little tin container. You can just buy the refill.
So you've just went green.
Yeah.
You're a vegan. You're selling breast milk soap. You've just went green. I mean, that's the gist behind all this.
Yeah.
Just go green. Get rid of plastics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
No plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and plastic's so much cheaper. You always think about like, damn, I'm losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
But in the long run, I feel like it's better for the planet, and people like it. It's like my whole brand is based around not using plastic and being as sustainable as possible. So I think that's the future, really, with everything that's going on, and like with COVID and all the craziness in the media. I feel like the world is like moving towards like old lady hobbies and canning food and like being off grid and away from the government. Yeah, they really
The only
are.
thing that'll stop them is the work. Like it's a lot of work to sustain yourself. It's a lot, to go grow a garden, canned food, so everybody can sit around and they can jump up there all they want to.
Yeah. Sounds good in theory.
It sounds good in theory.
But it's hard work.
It is. Yeah.
But if you don't have to go to work every day and all you got to do is can food, I mean, that sounds better.
I'm with you.
Stay home barefoot and smell like patchouli.
Anything but patchouli.
Gosh, man, that stuff's brutal. Brutal. Yeah. So that makes sense why everything's green.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this: since you're a vegan, I asked this to every vegan I ever meet. Do you consider a grass-fed cow a vegan product?
No.
Why?
A grass-fed cow, a vegan product?
But okay, so why?
You eat the...
If I ate the grass-fed cow and it was 100% grass-fed, why would you not consider that vegan? Now here's my question.
To eat the cow.
Yeah, how could you? What's the difference between that and like breast milk?
Because the cow died. I mean, like he died. You killed him to eat him for yourself, and like, you know what I'm saying? That's not cruelty free. Breast milk was given cruelty free. You sacrificed. Well, I mean, killed this cow.
Yeah, we kill. Yeah, like if you.
So and then like with like the meat industry and these big industrial farms, it's like you're eating that karmic sadness that this cow went through, and that's like the energy going into your body. So like people are always sad, like maybe because you ate this sad ass animal over here. Like, no wonder you feel like shit. You just ate something that just has suffered its whole life, and then you ingested it, and then I'm like, okay,
it's demons.
Y'all wonder why you're sad.
You ate a cow.
I never thought about it that way.
I didn't either. That's a really good way. Pretty interesting.
That's a great perspective.
Yeah,
I like that. It makes a lot of sense.
It really does, though.
Okay, so let's just say me and him. We grab us a cow. We've got it out back. Notice I drug you into this. Yeah.
I like a good cow.
So we raise the cow out back, grass feed it. Strictly we give it a great life. We let it play with stuff. It's got toys, whatever it is that you need. No cruelty involved, but at some point
you still killed it. It's still cruel. If I'm nice to you, but I kill you, am I still a nice person? Was I still? I was good to you though. I was good to you though. Before I killed you.
No. If you shot me in my sleep, then
what if I ate it just after old age and he died?
I mean, that's
kind of gross.
Well,
when you eat an old ass cow, that's on you.
If you feel like shit, it's because you ate that old ass cow.
Was 14 years old.
Aged 14 years.
It's a little bit chewy.
I always wondered how they did aged beef. They just let it go old as hell.
That's what it is. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just asking from the vegan. I don't know anything about I'm not a vegan.
Yeah, okay? I understand, yeah.
So it's anything animal-based is out.
Well, see, I wasn't aware of the cruelty factor that she's bringing to the table.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
I haven't either. I just thought, okay, well, it's green, so you can, or it's a veggie.
Yeah.
So you can eat that, but if it's a meat product, you can't.
Right. Which, I mean, I'm kind of a shitty vegan. I go back and forth. I'm going to be honest. I go back and forth with it. So sometimes I'll be like all in, nothing. Right. Like, and then I'll be like, I'll get lazy. With the business of the toddler right now, I'm on the off side. Like,
so if you're when you slip off that path, what's your go-to?
What do you mean?
Like if you're going to slip off the vegan, I mean, are you getting a steak or are you talking we're going to stop and get some chicken nuggets?
I love chicken nuggets. I'm a sucker for chicken.
Do you understand what they do to those chickens?
I know it makes me really. I do. I have to. You know what?
You chastise me over a cow.
I'm just telling you. I have like serious beliefs about eating meat because I'm like, when I eat meat, I feel shittier.
That chicken never saw its feet.
It's what?
Its feet. Never saw them. It was crammed in there so tight. It never even got to turn.
I already have meat guilt. I have meat guilt. Every time I eat it, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, God, please, I'm sorry.
I get the meat sweats. I don't ever get the meat guilt.
Yeah.
Meat guilt, yeah.
But your mental health feels better when you don't eat meat. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. I can feel it in my body.
I did the carnivore diet for 60 days.
Ew.
And I felt like a 20-year-old.
You did?
Yep.
But
Really? Just some protein and
I just had nothing
meats.
but steaks.
that's weird.
Sounds
And
good.
eggs.
Sounds so unhealthy, but
Yeah.
That's all I ate.
Yeah.
I ate one time a day. And I ate steak and eggs every day. One time a day. That's all I eat now. One time a day.
How and why?
Because I'm like an alcoholic going to a bar. I can't sit down. You know, like we talked about going to McDonald's and
Right.
I get, for lunch it'd be like, well, yeah, I get a number 7 and a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, of course.
Where if I just eat one time a day, I take the risk off the table.
So that one time a day, are we going to like one of the buffets?
Whatever
and
in the
just
hell I
killing it?
want to do.
So you're getting your money's worth at the buffets.
Well, I don't get. Well,
You're the
can't-
reason the prices keep going up on these buffets.
The only buffet I go to recently is every now and then if Mindy's in a really giving mood, she'll say, well, if you want to go down to Galplis and get that Chinese one down there, that's a good one.
That's a solid one.
They got sushi
Yeah, and it's clean.
and frog legs. It's clean.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to go down there and eat that. She's about ready to puke. To me.
Oh my
Frog
God.
legs. You imagine
I don't
the thing
eat.
took its last
Frog
time.
legs are good. They're really good.
They,
That's gonna make me throw up.
don't talk to us after you chicken eater.
No, right?
You-
Go Lyric, go get some nuggets.
Yeah, that thing.
They'll talk
There,
you into it.
they couldn't even turn around and see its egg. Couldn't. No way. They're jammed in there that tight.
Ugh. Yeah, it is rough life.
Man, I have chickens, and that's a dirty animal. Dirty. That's a dirty animal, boys.
How many eggs you getting?
About 6 a day. Yeah,
Nice.
we eat a bunch. I eat
Yeah.
a bunch of eggs. Do you eat eggs
Sometimes.
sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've about got all bases covered downtown Jackson. You've got a massage down the street, music store, jewelry store, soap store, clothing store.
Yeah.
You've got
Coffee store.
coffee store. That's what made me think of that. You got Michael's. Bubble. That's another thing that could just go gangbusters. People love him daggone Bubbles.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
My cousin had a bubble, they have like a bubble food truck, that she had at her wedding, and
Yeah.
they came and brought the bubbles. I thought that was so cool. Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, downtown's happening again.
Yeah.
It's starting to, but is it going to, it has to keep going,
Right.
there needs to be some other stuff going on.
Right.
I'm glad to hear that you did well though at the Apple Festival. Not,
Thank you.
but because there's a lot of businesses that hate it, that it's up here. And like I always said to myself, and I don't mean this, I'm not like mad at any of them, but like, how could you not, if you were a retail shop, how could you not benefit from 60,000 people?
Well, they said a lot of people said, which a lot of people freaked me out with it, and said there was a lot of theft during the Apple Festival.
Yeah.
So I'm
mean,
I don't know.
cut
your losses. I mean,
well,
it's
or
still a lot
take
of
your
people.
displays and get them out.
Oh.
Or maybe put them in the back, not give them in arm's reach. Say, hey, due to COVID, put a 6-foot table around everything,
Right.
and that way they can look at it, and put some people. I mean, how hard could it really be to like no public restrooms and not have a lot of stuff that they can steal?
Right.
You know,
I wouldn't think it'd be that difficult. And again, you think it would be something that brings that many people, but again, a lot of people just come up here, and I think that maybe they're used to some of the shops being closed or having limited hours.
well, I just think
during
it
that
looks
time.
bad. I think that looks like. I think that like the Apple Festival, I mean, and I'm saying this as a guy that helps build it. Okay. I mean, we're all volunteers. We want it to do well for you,
Right.
Like we really do. Like we really want that to do well. Right. We do. We all are volunteers for that. Like it's a good thing for our city. And I mean, it's like, man, how can we help get them some business doing that? But I mean, you just can't get mad and say, well, I can't park up here, because you're going to get, there's 60,000 people come downtown Jackson.
Right.
And I
Which
mean,
I got a parking pass, and that was always cool. Like it wasn't a pain in the ass
where'd
at
you
all.
have to park?
I just parked back there in that
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
a $10 pass or something, and I actually got it for free because my friend was like not working the other half of the week, so I was like, cool, like, save $10.
Yeah.
Walk through the alley, it was easy.
Courtney, she's a big supporter of you.
Courtney Turks,
Yep.
love her,
Yep.
yeah, love
Yeah.
her.
Oh, I love to hate her. No, she's my buddy. Me and her have been buddies since I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
She loves your stuff. She's all the time.
She's been a supporter since the farmer's market. So she had like the OG original soaps and everything. And she won. I did a whole astrology series with like the high top soaps. So she got like every single astrological sign. She's got like 12 bars. She probably has like 50 bars of soap in her house. I'm like, you'll have soap till you die. Like, your ass will always be clean. Like, you're good. And she comes and buys more. I'm like, I know you haven't gone through that soap. Where are you putting it? Do you have a secret soap stash, like a soap shrine in your closet? What is going on, girl?
Yeah, I wonder if you just open one up. I mean, you just have like a little container. And today I'm going to use the mahogany, but maybe tomorrow I want to use the breast milk one. I don't know. But you'd have to have some different like.
That seems wet. That seems like a gooey mess.
Yeah, I don't know though.
No, you want to sit them up to dry between each use. You don't want to leave them in the water.
Well,
he doesn't. He has no soap etiquette.
Well, I'm saying, do you dry your soap off? I mean,
you just sit it up. You sit it up high, so it doesn't.
But does that stuff truly ever like get dry? I mean,
it does. You just haven't had good soap.
Oh, well, okay.
I really haven't. This will be the first time.
I've never had good soap.
Crap you get from the grocery store.
I never
It's
trusted
different.
like Amish soaps. Never did. You'd go out there.
Why not, bud?
I didn't know the Amish made soap.
I feel like I was in an Amish store one time, and that's the only time I could buy man-made soap was like at the Amish store.
Yeah.
And it was like,
If I trust that.
there's proven products.
I don't think.
Hey, Courtney, she doesn't smell like patchouli.
No,
No, I've been around her a bunch. She don't smell like patchouli.
I don't get the feeling you have any patchouli soaps though. Do you?
I don't. And people ask me for it a lot. I need to make some. I'll bring you a bar.
Oh God, I hate for you. I'll be able to smell it. I'll be able to smell it over here.
I'm going to name it after you.
Yeah, gotta go in the
Punch
woods
patchouli.
somewhere.
Yeah. Give it to me right before hunting season.
Yeah.
What do you do about detergents, like for clothes? Do you make that too?
I don't make that, no.
Do you just buy that?
I actually do just buy that, yeah.
Okay.
I buy unscented, but
Okay.
I don't really do scents anymore and all like weird chemicals.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, now you're gonna think I'm being mean. Does that like counteract here if you use good soaps? I mean, I take it from a guy that's using lots of chemicals on his detergent, soaps, everything else. But like, so you go with this natural stuff. Does that override it? That clothing's sitting on you all day and after detergent?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hurt, I wouldn't think. I mean, it would probably keep those chemicals off your skin.
Yeah.
I
maybe not
mean, if you're
irritants.
not using the chemicals in the soap, it's still less chemicals,
Yeah,
you know?
still less
Right.
chemicals. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. It's all the questions I got. Done.
Yeah.
Done. You got anything else? TikToker?
I don't think so. No.
Facebooker?
No. Yeah. I don't use either one of them that often, but for entertainment purposes.
Sounds like clearly.
You just stalked my whole
So I
TikTok.
saw your second video that you made
I looked
14
at
days
that
ago.
today. I thought I might need to have a little bit of information as who we were talking to.
How'd you get all this done? My Lord, I just told you about this.
It's only 2-minute
An hour ago.
videos.
Then Leo Jude and Soap Company popped up.
My
Clicked
Lord.
on it and scrolled for about 30 seconds and watched a couple videos and saw the soaps
Got all
being
that
made.
information
Yeah,
right there.
right there.
Wow. See, I didn't do
Right
any
at
of
your
that.
fingertips.
I just figured. I just figured.
My phone was actually on the charger even while this was happening.
I
Multitasking.
just showing off.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little
show.
bit.
All right. Well, look them up. 235 Broadway. Anything else, kids? 235 Broadway, Leo Jude Soap Company. And then hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. You can bust my balls on the farmer comment, whatever you want to.
Someone's going to.
Someone's going to call me. I just want to see the proof. I just want to see the proof.
It's all safe. It's all safe.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Send me the article. We'll judge that next. So, all right. We'll see you guys. See you.